This is pasta carbonara from the vault. Hey yo, Chef Corso, Outdoor Eats. I'm here to put you on the path to amazing meals on your outdoor treks, and I am in Puerto Escondido, Mexico, resting and recharging for a great year ahead. And guys, if you're new to the channel, we have over a few hundred videos on this channel. So if you've only watched a couple, go back to the vault, go all the way back, all those arrows, because I've got some great videos that have just been sitting there and they're ready for you. And the one that I want to showcase is actually one of my favorites right now. It is the pasta carbonara recipe. Clocks in at about 7 ounces per serving. Very, very packable. Lasts for a long time for you long haul through hikers. Cooks up in about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you know how to boil water, I'm pretty sure you can make this pasta carbonara recipe. So enjoy this recipe from the vault to start off the year. Get out there. Boca boca. Hey yo, Chef Corso, Monte Boca. We are in the woods of Olympic National Park, just outside of Lake Cushman. This is one of the tributaries for the Skokomish River. And welcome to Trail R&D. We're gonna try to test a recipe today to see if we can make a great version of a home classic. And what we are trying today is we're gonna try carbonara to see if we can make a carbonara recipe that is fast, easy, super tasty, that I can make right here by the river, on a ridge, on a day hike, or anywhere outdoors. But this is what it looks like when it's all done. But stay tuned, because I'm going to show you how I tested it. I'm all set up for our carbonara trail R&D test today by the beautiful tributary of the Skokomish River in the Olympic National Park. And so when I'm thinking about a new recipe, I'm thinking about flavor first. So if I'm trying to match that carbonara flavor, I'm trying to think about ingredients that usually go into that recipe or into that dish. But then the next thing I'm thinking about is packability and perishability, because it needs to be able to pack for at least a small amount of time, and it needs to be packable. So I have all these ingredients right in my nice little stuff sack, really easy for a day hike and really easy for a longer trek. So ingredient call outs here, we could either have garlic powder or fresh garlic. We've got some pepper and some salt. We've got a Dijon mustard packet, which is gonna be the secret ingredient that hopefully brings this all together. We've got some grated Parmesan cheese. We've got some pre-cooked bacon, and you either pre-cook it at home or buy it at the store. And we've got powdered eggs. And I know some of you out there either hate powdered eggs or have never seen powdered eggs. Give them a try, because when you mix them with other things, they really don't taste like cardboard. And that's a really good thing. A note on pasta. I know pasta is a great backpacker ingredient because it's dry, it's cheap, and it's filling. But for me, when I take it outside, I always pick the noodles that are as thin as possible or as small as possible. So like really small little shells or capellini or angel hair, because I want it to cook up as fast as possible. So I am ready to give this a test here. You know, with testing is you just got to try it and see what works. But I'm going to go ahead and light up my burner and get my water going. And for eggs here, I'm really not sure how much to add. I'm just gonna make one portion because I'm on a day hike by myself today. So that looks about like 2 or 3 tablespoons. And then I'm gonna hydrate them up with about the same amount of water. So our thin pasta is just about done. So as I was waiting for this pasta to boil, I even thought of a better way to do this. Because why do I need to hydrate this and get a bowl dirty when I can just add the egg powder to our pot here and use some of this water? So This is why we test. This is part of trail R&D. But if you do need to dispose of some of this water, make sure you drain it in a safe area. What I recommend, which might be a little bit weird, is you drink it. It's hot, be careful, but there's some really great starch calories in here, some extra water that you might need after a long day. So make sure that you dispose of it in a safe way and don't just dump it in the river right over there. And here's your moment of zen for this afternoon. Pretty amazing forest and river here, and this is only about a quarter mile from the parking lot. All right, let's get back to it. Now that our pasta is done, I'm gonna go ahead and add our other ingredients and see how this is gonna cook up. I added my garlic powder earlier so it could start to flavor our broth here. I'm gonna add some nice bacon, and might as well add it all because why not? Definitely don't eat that. I'm gonna grab my egg powder again. So maybe two or 3 tablespoons, I don't know. We're gonna give it a whirl. A good couple tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. Make it however cheesy that you like. Add our Dijon mustard packet. And what this is gonna do, or what I hope it's gonna do, is give it a little bit of acid and a little bit of flavor. Mustard goes really well with cheese. And I'm hoping that those flavors are gonna complement really nice. And maybe a little bit of black pepper. What's really funny about carbonara is it's bacon, egg, and cheese pasta. So technically you could have this for breakfast. So then we're gonna mix that up. Wow. And it's thickening up nicely from that egg powder and that cheese. And you could even turn on the burner. Let's see. And let's see what happens if we turn on the burner for just another minute. So I wouldn't cook this too long because it's probably gonna scorch on the bottom. So just an extra 20 or 30 seconds to be able to cook those eggs. Wow. Wow, that's looking pretty good. And it's even thickening it up a little bit more as it's sitting for another few seconds. So let's try it out. Thanks. Wow. That's pretty darn good. I would go for a little bit more garlic next time. And I'm probably gonna add the rest of this cheese. But this is pretty darn tasty and is probably as close to carbonara as you're gonna be able to get with a camp stove by a river. Yeah, that is really tasty, really smoky. I mean, you could even add some summer sausage or some other meat in there if you wanted to make it a meat party. But that looks that's really darn tasty. I'm gonna make a couple tweaks to the recipe for a couple of the overall amounts of ingredients. And I think that step of adding the egg powder to our mix here is gonna save some prep and save some dishes later and save some water for a longer trek. But overall, trail R&D was a resounding success today. Look for the carbonara recipe in our Fresh Ultralight series coming up soon. But get out there, test your own stuff. Let me know how it goes. Boca boca.